Hello, this is ASEAN Reports Football. This is my reaction for South Africa nil, Canada 1 for the first round of 32 match for the 2026 World Cup. So let's begin. So for me, this wasn't a high quality game. I think it was a very low quality game. That wasn't a great watch. But for Canada, they found a way to do it at the very end of the game in 90 plus minutes of extra time through Estacio scoring a goal outside of the box. And yeah, and he's the captain for Canada, I believe, and he turned up like a captain does, which is um in soccer or football, you score the goal at the very late stage of the game to make your team win. Again, and for Canada, it wasn't a really perfect performance for them, where maybe people were expecting Canada to win comfortably against a team like South Africa, since they've done well so far in this World Cup. Outside of losing to Switzerland, they've done pretty well, Canada, in this World Cup. So, and even then, they'd have a maybe better performance in their defeat against Switzerland, you could argue, like, than in this game. But the quality for Canada showed up again compared to South Africa. And for Canada, like for me, their strikers are a question still, since Jesse March, to be honest, doesn't know either, if I'm being honest with you. Since Laren, for me, Canada has been Canada's best striker once he come off the bench. But he Jesse Marsh starts with Jonathan David and Oluwasi, or whatever you pronounce his name, um, together. And so it doesn't really work out, but once Laren comes on the pitch, he gets the goal, right? Especially against Switzerland or against Bosnia against Qatar as well. I believe he got a goal coming off the bench in their 6-0 win against Qatar. So I think Jesse Marsh needs to work on that, like who's gonna start again for their strikers. But other than that, I think Canada's midfield and defense was solid for them. At least Bumpito started against South Africa, so to just get minutes in and start a game in this World Cup. Um, Lyra, he was also good. Their left back, who's replacing Davies. That's because he's struggling with fitness. Um, their subs like Schaffelberg helped them a lot as well. Um, uh, Alistair Johnston's good for them. Their right back was good in this game. Um, so yeah, I think Saliba also is a good, decent player, underrated player for them. So yeah, I think Canada's still a good team. They just gotta work on their who's their main striker, and yeah, even though they lost Ishmael Kone from that horrible injury, they still got some good pieces. Canada. I mean, sad that they didn't win. Sad that they didn't lose this game and get knocked out. Got knocked out because I'm a United States fan. But it is what it is. And then regarding South Africa, their performance wasn't bad. They didn't get destroyed like how they got destroyed against Mexico. But I feel like they could have gone for it a bit more. But I think their manager Bruce was trying to just be pragmatic, take the 0-0, maybe go to penalties, and that's it. That's how they would have done won the game. But for me, I think they could have done better defensively for their goal, for Canada's goal that they conceded, where maybe they could have cleared the ball better. But I don't. But and yeah, so it's gonna be a fascinating period for South Africa, where Bruce is gonna leave their manager. Since he said that this is his final tournament with them and he's gonna leave after. Um, we'll see who they get as their new manager. I think South Africa's defender Mimbo Katsi is very impressive. He plays for um in the MLS, so he's a really promising young defender, and they have some other good young players as well. But for me, again, kind of similar to Canada, where attacking wise, they need to work on it to find who's that main striker and stuff, because maybe people thought it was Lyle Foster since he plays in the Premier League, or he used to play since Burnley got relegated. But He was awful against Mexico, so they really need to find someone who they could rely on. But they have some interesting players. Like Paulus guy is a really good, interesting player, and he's not old. He's 25, so maybe he might make a decent move in Europe to Europe because I believe he plays still in South Africa. So yeah, but I think overall though Canada, deserved it. Even though both teams were not high quality, it's just that South Africa didn't really create anything. Canada almost scored through a corner kick, but it was really good defending from South Africa off the line. And yeah, hopefully you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hopefully all the round of 32 games are better than compared to this game. And yeah.